Happy New Year, kids. A couple things about this worksheet that you might want to know. There's this last question that I definitely want you to do, and it says to change a viewing window, and this might be new notation for us. So the implication here is that the x values will be between -4 and 4, and the y values will be between -2 and 8. It's not obvious from anything other than the fact that I'm telling it to you right now, and in math, we typically put x before y, and this is that interval notation where this means x includes -4 as the lowest value up to +4 as the highest value, and since this is next, that'd be y going from -2 and up to 8. And of course we're going to do all this on Desmos right now, and so I'll show you a couple things about how to tackle this problem a little bit. This will all be gone when you look at the actual worksheet. So to change the window, I'm going to go to this wrench up here and click on this little wrench, get my face over here for a moment, and I can just, once clicking on that wrench, adjust the values down here. So I can highlight this -10, type in -4, and I can just press tab, or you can click over, however you want to do it. So it should be from -4 to 4, tab, 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 and then the y value was from -2 to +8. So -2, whoopsie doodles, up to +8. So I've done that. Hooray. That's good. And then the next thing I'll say is this might be helpful for you all to try if you haven't used Desmo much. We're going to compare the graph of 2 to the x and e to the kx for these different k values. Let's start with the graph we definitely know we want to have. That's going to be y, equals 2 to the x. If you're not sure how I got that x up in the exponent, I use that little caret. That's the shift 6 that you guys are familiar with. Hopefully for raising stuff to a power. That's my red graph. And what I'm going to do next is actually, I could type in 4 different equations. I could type in y equals e to the 0.4x, y equals e to the 0.5x, and I can keep changing it, or I can use the power of Desmos to say y equals e little hat kx, and then it'll say, do you want to add a slider? And I'm going to say, yes I do. And the way I say yes I do is by clicking on this k, and I don't really want to slide this, that's crazy. We can just physically change this value of k now. So I can type in the 0.4 and it'll change it, or I can type in the 0.5, 0.6, so on and so forth, till I get what I want. And of course, every time you change the value of k, like when I make this k equal to 0.5, this blue graph is now the graph of y equals e to the 0.5x. If I change this k value to like -0.3, I don't know why I want to do that, but if I were to do that, then this blue graph is now the graph of e to the -0.3x. So that's going to be a little bit easier to just continually change this k value than to keep retyping everything in all again over and over. So that's pretty much it to change the window. You're going to go to this little wrench. You definitely are going to want to change the window because this graph is very picky, it's very finicky, and when you're trying to get one to match another, you want that window to be nice and tight, because as soon as you make that window big, you're going to see it doesn't, this blue graph really never does do a really fantastic job emulating the red until we know more math, which I'll teach you guys later. So hope that was helpful, and hope that was 3 minutes and 58 seconds well spent. See you guys in class.